And we're live! Back here with another 2v2 show match. V-dubs, aka Matt, is not loading in. Killed the hype. Killed the hype. Killed the hype. Killed the hype. Oh, there he is. He's loading in. Slowly. There we go. There we go. We're going. We're live. And we're here with another 2v2 show match. Legend and Marko, the two or one of the two best 1v1 players out there against one of the two best 2v2 players out there. Top left will be Marko, purple Iraq. Top right is Legend, red Iraq. Bottom left, green green Frank, America, and bottom right, teal Iraq, Matt. So top versus bottom here. The colors are random. Unfortunately, I can't pick the colors because they will colors tend to spawn together if I pick them. So here we are, top versus bottom. So obviously Legend, so how this probably came about was that Frank came out to me and said, I want to do an AVA, as he Zed told me that Frank wanted to do an AVA with Matt here, because both of them are probably one of the best LF players I've seen. If you can't read this, why does it smell like pussy at the top right of the map where Legend is? Bro, that's funny as hell, man. So Frank wanted to play AVA with Matt, but Matt wasn't up to it for 1v1. He more rather team games. So Frank was like, yeah, give us a Legend and Quas. Frank and Matt was just Legend and Quas, but Quas didn't reply. So Legend picked Marko as his teammate instead, and now here we are. So I am on Marko and Legend's team, so I will see his beacons. So Frank already gone with a really quick AFC after that wall factory. Let's see, because this is top, this bottom, so it's gonna be a lot less of rushes here and there. It's gonna be a little bit more strategical. That's a drone from Matt going on top right through mid. Flag out, we got 4 miners here for Marko. He's going straight to Grizzlies. Matt did get drawn by Legend there. Legend went heavy on miners. Hey, he's on 5 miners. Marko's on 4, so an extra miner here for Legend. Matt's on, oh, he lost that miner, I think. Oh no, he didn't. So got 3 miners there for Matt. He's already on Rhino, so a lot less for a miner count here. Frank's on 4 miners at the moment. Good power drop. So Marko's trying to keep the pressure up onto Frank here while Legend's still building up an army, and Matt as well. Here's what we love to see here from Frank. Frank's use of allies is very positional gameplay and very geographical gameplay, I like to call it. So he loves to take map control, whether it's pushing through mid or defensive power drops like here we see him do here. He did get droned. Frank did get droned quick for the NGIV. Marko pushing in at the same time. But yeah, Frank loves to use his defensive power drops, especially when you're bottom left. You need to fight for this area, because this basically allows your opponent to go all the way to the top left. And there you go, the GI is deployed. But the Rockies from Frank are heading towards the right side here. Legend pushing in as well. Trying to get those miners. Matt is there as well. Legend out tanking Matt here. There's the Rockies. Their flag is available. Sentry gun out. 1 miner sniped. And Marko trying to go in as well. Defensive pressure up again from Frank here. Legend pushing all the way through. Over commitment there. It's going to lose that fight. Marko pulling back once he saw that the Rockies are coming in as well. So Frank, really good hold up there. Really good hold up play. He did get droned, but that didn't stop him too much. And again, Legend over commitment right at the start, but he seems to be pulling back here with the reinforcements. Marko now moving in towards the left inside the map here. Legend still sniping another miner here. Marko pushing in as well on the left. Frank is in trouble here. He's gonna get sandwiched. Power drops aren't there. Matt seems to have lost his fight here down to his bottom right. He is down broke. And the defensive power drops here. Frank trying to hide behind him, but the Soviet power way too strong. Marko's gonna be able to push through here. He did move all the way. He seems to be all the way down towards the bottom left patch here. Yeah, Matt's definitely lost there. Another elite coming out as well. And then MCV as well. It kind of acts as fodder for Marko when it went through. You saw when the MCV was deployed, it was rather damaged here. And now Legend can double up here onto Frank down towards bottom left. Rocketeers from Frank, not sure where they're going down towards bottom right here, but Frank in a 2-1 situation, he's not going to make through that at all. Marko, very bold move towards bottom left, so with the MCVS fodder. Frank trying to hold on as much as he can, but it is inevitable at this point. The double Soviet power from the two best 1v1 players in the world, one of the two best 1v1 players in the world, trying out in the 2v2. Seems to be working out here for Marko and Legend. Frank Dash really trying to defend here, but a lead from Legend, and look at the amount of production both of them have. 4 war factories to 3. GG's. And that is the first point towards Marko and Legend. What a game right at the start. Second game. Alright, here we go, second game. So colors are blue and orange. Let's see here. Ooh, a corners game. Alright, so blue and orange are the teams here. So top left will be Frank as America, top right is Legend, bottom left is Marko, bottom right is Matt. So corners game here. The teams are diagonal, top right and bottom left, and top left and bottom right. I know the colors doesn't make sense on stream, but in the YouTube video you'll definitely see the correct colors here. So corners game, what I'm thinking is absolute rushes from all of them. If Ed was here, he would have gone 0 straight out the bat, and then pressure up on his opponent on the horizontally opposite side of him. But because Frank is here, Frank plays a very aggressive allied, and he'll use those paradops to absolutely devastating advantages, especially on cliff sides. As we see here, Frank was obviously starting on top left. The we've seen paradrops actually here. So if Legend does expand with a second level here, Frank could just plant a couple of paradrops and then could possibly snipe a miner out of there. So drones are coming out about now. There you go, that's the drone in onto Matt from Legend. Marko's drone still dilly-dallying a little bit. And there's the drone from Matt onto Marko. It's Marko's drone. Oh, there it is. Still waiting. That's the right way to repair the maximum efficiency. And here comes Frank's aggressive ally once again. Allied pushers, as they like to call it. So early FC from Frank goes to his bottom right in Matt's base. And then he goes immediate grids after that and just spam out some refineries. Oh, even repairing his drone, Jesus. So Frank definitely waiting for that paradrop before he can push in any sort of way. That's how he usually plays here. Taking out that buildings in the middle as well is pretty good. So I'm waiting to see whether anyone will go doubling up on anyone here. So it looks like Matt is going to try to move down to his bottom left. Probably split a little bit. Marko's already built down all the way to its bottom. Legend's almost there. So is Matt. Look at that defensive airdrop once again. Yeah, here's the thing about Legend and Marko, right? Their builds are absolutely picture perfect and really, really good. So that's something that Frank and Matt will have to keep up here. So Marko and Frank on the left side still trying to eye each other up. There's that paradrop once again. Yeah, Frank always moves with his paradrops there. That's something that you tend to see very, very often from him. The drone gets in anyway. And there you go, Marko trying to get rid of that paradrop. Legend and Frank, Legend and Matt are still looking at each other. Yeah, I did not expect this from a corners game for sure. Corners game tend to be a little bit more frantic, as per se. Yeah. There you go. So Legend, good. What? I don't understand the split here. From Legend, he's gonna get out by quite a bit. It does get pinged though, so that's gonna give Marko a signal to go in. And now it's the time for Legend to go in here. Should have waited for Marko a little bit more, but in comes Frank now, trying to defend. Legend splitting off and getting a good number of minus here. 1 minus sniped. Frank cannot get hit there on the right side as well. Legend out with the Desos. And Matt will be able to get by and snipe a couple miners out the way there. And the 3 rhinos on the left side here from Legend did snipe a war factory out the way. Matt is going to get cornered in the top right hand side of the map here. No reinforcements coming in. Instead, it's going to bring his miners all the way towards the left side. Or his rhinos onto the left side here. Marko now with his desos going towards top left. And the drones coming in from Matt as well. Out comes a lab from Legend. Frank still holding on here for quite a bit. Legend split there was arguably a little bit early, but it did initiate for some movement here from Marko to push in at the same time. The ref in the middle level goes down. IC comes out for Legend. And there comes the Paradrop once again here. The Rockies desperately trying to get that Deso out of the way because Franken loves his Paradrop, so the one way to deny that is with the Rocketeers, but the flag is available. Legend pushing through Matt here, absolutely rolling him. Frank still trying to hold here. Miners are getting sniped. The IC and the Dread from Legend is about to come out pretty soon here. So Frank is in huge trouble. Desos are going in. Desos does get deployed. Takes out the Paradrop as well. And does a bit of damage here onto the Rhinos. Matt definitely down. Frank definitely down. And that's 2-0 to Legend and Marko. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Okay, double allied RA2. They're down 2-0. Fuck it, right? Both of them are allied players, so we'll see how this goes. So it's gonna be a corners game once again. Top allied player versus top subs, exactly. So corners game once again. Marko's on the left, Legends on the right. It's like Frank is up top and then Matt's down bottom. So we'll see whether this double ally thing really works out. The last time we saw a double ally gameplay was with Luke and Path when they played against solos and Matt actually. And I think Frank and Matt are definitely on voice here because I'm on their team, but I'm not really seeing anything in chat or I am seeing the beacons, but nothing in chat. So Frank's definitely talking and Matt's not talking. Double ally never works in RA2, dude. If you've seen that Luke and Path playing against Matt and solos, Luke and Path were losing like 3-0. And then when they went double allied, I think they tied it up to 3-3, and then even went in the lead 4-3. But Matt and Solos won it anyway. But still, it's something to be seen here. So AFC out from Matt here. Frank is going tanked. It looks like they're gonna double up here on the top player, Legend and Matt. Legend and Marko, sorry, gonna double up on the top player here. Frank is gonna need to hold on for dear life here against 2 Soviet players going 1 miner each, or going 0 here. He's holding off really well. It's getting split apart though. Frank holding off really well. Matt, what is he doing in the meantime? He sends in a couple Rockies or 1 single Rocky to help out, but Frank is holding off really well here. And in comes Matt onto the left side to snipe those miners. Sentry gun out from Marko. Look at this hold from Frank. Fucking legendary, dude. The miner micro is all jump. Where are you going, bud? Where are you going? Frank now holding on, but Matt making his way towards onto the right side here. Marko getting out tanked and getting pushed back. What a hold from Frank there against 2 players. Double the micro, double the action, and double the fucking legendariness of Mr. Lucifer himself. The fucking devil himself. And now all players sort of holding on to the mid lane here. Legend trying to go across the right side. But I think Frank definitely MVP there right at the moment for holding off. And the MTV cell as well coming in for Frank. In comes Matt on the right side. Legend needs to be careful here. He's slightly out tanked, but with the reinforcement he should be fine. Frank's trying to trying to get some miners out of the way. Didn't get any miners, but he did get them on low health. While Frank sang that MCV is still on 1 miner here. Now Legend can make a counter push back towards Frank's side of the base. But, sorry, Matt's side of the base. But Frank now selling his MCV means that he will be stuck for a little bit here. Well, Marko is gonna get up to speed with the production, twice the war factories, thrice the war factories. But it's not looking good for the allied players at the moment. They are holding on still. That hold from Frank was really good, but Marko and Legend still held their MCVs, and they're gonna be outproduced real soon here. Marko already out with the radar and death cells. He does get pinged by Frank. I'm dead. I'm dead. Goddamn right, boy, you are dead. With no Rocketeers available, you have no defense against those death cells. So you're gonna rely on your teammate here to get rid of the death cells for you. And Frank now making a last-ditch effort, taking out the MCV down top left from Matt, who was not paying, from Marko, who was not paying attention. Rocketeers coming in, sniping out the refinery. Only refinery from Marko, so Marko now has no refineries left. Frank's gonna try and go for the war factories. Ults them, one goes down, second one he might lose here. He did lose from Marko's split. He tried to make it better for his opponent, but it did not work out here. Valiant effort from Frank indeed, that hold right at the start, and then the attempt to make it better, or to make the chances a little bit better for his teammate. Didn't work out. Legend with the defense there, anti-air with the flak cannon and the flak track. And now it's down to Matt here with the double Soviet envoy coming in with the minor fodder as well. Holding on for dear life. Frank leaving the game immediately. Matt holding on, retreating back to the back lines here, trying to get the first shot off of those rhinos. But it is inevitable. Double allied going down. And what a game there, absolutely. What a huge game. But it didn't work out. Okay, so we're back to Sov and allied here for Frank and Matt. Matt's gonna stay Sov this time, and we are on Snow Valley. Is this the top of this water map? I'm not too sure, they didn't tell me. So top left is Marko, top right is Legend, and bottom right Matt, bottom left is Frank. So they're gonna try the same combination here with Frank's allied and Matt's Sov. So in the 2v2 situation, right, when you're talking about players picking factions, ideally is one of the most important things. Obviously the combination of your allied player needs to be the one in support, and the Soviet player is mainly the pushing or the punching power through, right? So the Soviet player is a punctuation mark, while the allied player are the adjectives in your sentence. It's down to interpretation, but that's how I see it mainly when you're talking about 2v2s. But different players have the different opinions. You could play the allied player as a punching power as well. We've seen players like Path do that similarly. So Matt going one miner here, as I said in chat, and it's gonna go drones as well. In comes the the allied armada here from Frank. Harriers and Rocketeers. But yes, the drone detected. Ooh, close. Yeah, so again, the allied and Soviet combo I think is probably the best here whenever we are looking for good sort of gameplay and even balanced gameplay in 2v2s. But obviously double Sov is really strong as well, especially when the double Sovs are one of the two best Soviet players in the entire world, being Legend and Marko. So Legend with a very aggressive move towards middle, power drop there from Frank. Flags are there to deal with rhinos as well. It does get pinged. Now they can't let Legend take control of mid a little bit too long here. This is a very risky move. So if it doesn't pay out, then it's gonna be really bad for Legend. It's gonna be stuck on one war factory. He does have a miner in a good position, a refinery in a good position though, so it's not the worst thing in the world. But this aggressive move to middle is still something that only Soviets can do and defend well, because at this stage, 3 rounds are more than enough to deal with the three Grizzlies. So this is what I think is not really great here from Frank and Matt. They're not really putting any pressure onto Legend and Legend and Marko here in the middle. They're kind of just letting them do their own thing. And especially down in mid where you can get a forward war factory, you can get those gems, is not going to be ideal here for them. But the coordination here from Marko and Legend has been exceptional so far. And then comes Frank here to split onto the right hand side. It's going to target those rhinos coming into the to defend, sorry. You want Marko pushing onto the left side here. Good use of the cliff from Matt. Frank getting pushed back all the way. He's getting out tanked. So is Frank here. Both players on the retreat. Marko getting those miners hit, and Legend with the forward war factory as well. How is Matt tank's control? Matt's tank control is good, but it's not good enough to out tank. And now both players can combine their armies here. Where's the sentry guns from Matt is not there, and Matt loses his final rhino. Frank now on the last one standing, and Matt says he's still stoned, man. There it is. Miner not working all game. Boy, 4-0. They're not fighting. They're just sort of bantering with each other. It's not a big deal. All right, Desert Island. So Legend top left, Matt top right, Frank down in bottom right. So this is a much better, what do you call it? Spots. There you go. That's the word. Spots for them. So left is right. So Legend and Marko, and then there's Matt and Frank. You see, Water, who is it? Marko and Legend would fight if one of them is losing, but they're not losing, so they're not fighting. They're probably like sucking each other off, like, oh, good job, good job, good job. I want to see them fight it. I want to see Marko and Legend argue on who did the worst job or whose fault is it. Hey, Habibi. That'd be really funny to see. Alright, let's see here, let's see. Any difference in the play style here from any of them at all? I don't think so. I think they're gonna try the same thing again, but it's probably gonna be who moves mid first. And technically should be the Soviet player, because the Allied player probably needs the tech. But they need to try something else here, Frank and Matt. Oh, what is that drone control, Matt? Wow. That was horrible. Okay, it looks like the Allied player is gonna move first. So Allied Matt's gonna move towards middle first. While Legend on 1 war, flag out, Marko's on 2. He's gonna get his ref on gems. But in comes the Frank down in mid, and with an AFC as well. Good number of 5 minus. So you probably get another ref up here. And Matt probably needs a war factory in the middle immediately. Maybe get a ref and then a war factory in the middle onto those gems, yeah. And just sit defensively here. Legend's gonna make a push towards Frank. He's gonna move middle as well. So moving those rhinos out front will push, and with that drone as well, it's gonna push back any sort of drone shenanigans coming in. So it's gonna be a huge fight in middle here. So this is where I think Frank would excel in his positional sort of geographical gameplay here with these paradrops and the prism towers and everything. Especially pull bosses here, but Matt needs to support him in middle. He needs a war factory in middle. He needs tons of sentry guns in mid. This is where a tricky situation comes in, because 2 players now in mid, arguably they would build off each other. just to get units a little bit closer to the battlefield a lot quicker as well. But it looks like Frank is taking this sort of area here down in the map, so that denies Legend from pushing up. But there's no map control here from the left-sided team. But Legend's gonna push all the way in here. Matt, no tank control, really late to reply to that. Reinforcements coming in for him, so he's okay. That's a forward war from Legend.
Our ally is under attack.
And Frank doesn't want to give any map control at all. So the map control here needs to be very sort of L-sided here whenever they can. But the Death Soldier are coming in here. Legend going all the way and sniping that War Factory out of the way. But on the back of that, Legend getting his War Factory and MCV snipes. Coming in for a base raid here. Matt still building a couple of stuff here. Marko pushing forward all the way through. But I think Legend might have lost this on the base raid here. Because Legend's still pushing forward. No, he won't lose it on the base raid. But he will lose all of his War Factories on the base raid. Marko is going to push back. Huge deso from Frank. Onto Frank from Marko. Legend now pushing all the way to his bottom left to support his teammate and pull Marko back. But there is no more War Factories from Legend at all. Marko now gonna lose one War Factory as well. Harry is coming in. Legend needs to stop focusing on the base here and move to its bottom right where Frank is. Down goes the last War Factory from Marko. And Matt has been defeated here from Legend. But he did take out a lot of those miners and those War Factories. But it seems like Legend has done a good job here. He did go with the base raid. I'm kind of biting my tongue a little bit here. What your Rockies doing exactly? Rockies were so late into the fight here. Legend now cleaning up back in Frank's base on towards bottom right. Frank in a 2v1 situation now. Even though Legend doesn't have any War Factories remaining, the threat of those vessels are still there, and Legend still can make a fuck ton of Rocketeers. And the Legend Trinos in the back of his base with the 2 elites as well. What a play from Matt there. But Frank, just a little bit of misconcentration there with the Rocketeers not doing much. And Legend was really quick to take that base raid and get Legend out the way. Matt could have probably... No, Matt couldn't have taken that base raid. If Matt took that base raid, he would have gotten it because he still has stuff in mid. So if Matt stayed behind, he could have probably base raided a little bit better. I think Matt, once he got those War Factories out, he should have gotten the rest of blue stuff down top left and then went back to mid. Because it's a base raid. It's a base raid, right? So you need to like save yourself first and foremost and then help your ally. Because if you're dead, you can't help your ally, right? Yeah. Legend at the end had 3 elite rhinos, yeah, that is true. So the 2 best 1v1 players versus the 2 best 2v2 players may not be a good combination. Or possibly the combination is just not that great. Okay, luckily they did spawn in the correct spots here. So no pre-cap. Matt and Frank are on the left, Matt top left, Frank bottom left, Legend top right, Marko bottom right. So there may or may not be a reason why I picked South Pacific, but you know, I picked it anyway. So clearly Frank either doesn't want to go Sove or Matt doesn't want Frank to go Sove. They tried the double allied.
Beacon detected.
Didn't work. They tried the... Or they have been trying the Matt Stove and Frank allied. Still not working. But, yeah. Hey, Ed. Exactly, dude. You are seeing a 5-0. So the next thing I'm gonna probably put on the plate there is Ed and Frank, who is undefeated in 2v2 so far against Legend and Marko, and we'll see how that goes, man. That's gonna be something to see. Because they're lacking a Soviet player here. I think the argument of the 2 best 1v1 players versus the 2 best 2v2 players is that 1v1 players can hold their own, so can 2v2 players, but sometimes 2v2 players can't exactly hold their own. What I mean by that is that the 2v2 players sometimes can't play 1v1s that well, and 1v1 players can't play 2v2s that well. And I think in the case of Frank and Matt here, the combination of the both of them, their playstyles, specifically both of them allied players, isn't really working out that well here. And obviously one of them are choosing to go solo because they tried the double allied and it didn't really work out, even though the games were very entertaining. It just didn't work out, man. So we're here. We're here. So Frank's gonna move all the way to his mid prism tower. That's gonna help with the Desos. But both players here, both solo players immediately going Desos. Knowing that there's gonna be a ton of conscripts and a ton of infantry here from the allied player. But will anyone go Navy? Not quite. The prism walk is here from Frank. Interestingly enough, Marko's gonna shut that down real quickly with the Rockies, with the Connies, and the Rhinos, but Matt is being zoned out here. Frank is getting 2v1. The use of Desos is so good there from Marko to zone Matt out from helping his teammate. And Matt still getting zoned out here. He's in a pickle. What the fuck is he gonna do? Oh boy, the Deso usage from Marko there, absolutely elite in zoning out Matt from helping his teammate there. Frank got absolutely battered down in mid at 2v1. And now Matt on the wild goose chase here down in bottom right. Icy is up for Legend with the naval yard as well, so Dread might be coming out here. And Marko trying to chase Matt along here, but Matt brings another round of Rhinos back in base. In the right side base here, so he's still getting damage out. Frank now with the Rocketeers coming in as well. And a couple of Grizz. But Matt needs to arguably just stay on that cliff there, use the height to his advantage. Unfortunately, he is out tank with the defender's advantage. Back in mid here, one flag track is enough to push away Frank, and not enough Grizzlies to help him. The prism walk in mid didn't really work out for him. He is down broke, down bad broke. But the GIs are there with the paradrop, ulting the war factory here, Matt, trying to get Marko out the way. One tick of health there. Legend defending his teammate well and leaving Marko to pick up the paces. And now with the Dread as well, Legend's gonna probably just rinse out there. And there you go. GG, it's gonna be 6-0. Quick as fuck. I've never seen Frank and Matt lose this badly. But the games are really good. The games are really good. It's just a slight shame that it wasn't a better performance there from the left-sided team. GG.